All right, guys, American Trucker coming to you, talking about UFC coming up today. All right, today is 9 February 2023. So this weekend, there's a fight coming up with Islam, Makhachev, and Volkanovski. What's his first name? Alexander. So Islam and Alexander. All right. So overall, right off the bat, I'll just tell you who wins, in my opinion. If I had to bet, I would have to go with Islam. Who do I want to win? Alexander. So here's my thing. They're both dominant in their respective divisions. Obviously, they're both champions. Alexander's coming up in weight, so he's trying to get 2 belts. Islam is fighting at his weight, so he's not getting 2 belts if he wins. Alexander is a great overall. I think he's the better overall fighter, in my opinion. Islam is definitely the better grappler. Here's the deal. The only chance Alexander has is if he can keep Islam from holding him down. Now, just this week, Islam swears he's going to stand up and bang with him and knock him out just to prove a point. I think that's the wrong answer, in my opinion. Every time you start to try to prove a point, not every time, but a lot of times, that gets you in trouble. So the fight game's been around for a long time. We all know, stick to your game plan, especially if you're dominant someone in one area. And that's usually how you win fights. And at the end of the day, it's about winning. You want to put on a show for sure, but you got to win fights to stay in that spotlight. So Islam, what I think he may do is he may try to stand with Alexander, and he might do fine. He's not a bad striker at all. He's actually a good striker. His striking is not as good a skill set as his wrestling and grappling, but he's still a good striker and powerful too. I mean, he's bigger. He's a bigger guy as well than Alexander. But I think he might get pieced up a little bit and not do as well as he thinks he's going to on the feet, and then of course resort to a takedown and his wrestling ability. The thing about Islam is he has that old man strength. And he's not that old, but he just has that grip strength. I mean, the person coaching him is the best ever in MMA. Nurmagomedov. And he reminds me a lot of him. I don't think he's quite at that level, but he is extremely close. And both of those guys, either one of them, once they get a hold of you, they just hang on. Like, they don't immediately try to prove position right off the bat, or submission, go for the submission. They try to improve their position little by little, and just give you just little movements here and there, and slowly just getting better and better position before they go for the kill. I think if Islam gets a hold of him, and I don't know if Alexander can stop him from getting a hold of him. I don't think he can stop his takedown. It's just whether or not he can pop out of it and get up as quick as possible. I mean, as soon as he hits the ground, he's got to be scrambling, a mad scramble. If he can keep Islam from holding him down, then he will have a chance, and I hope he wins, and I hope that's what happens. But I think Islam is going to get a hold of him. Islam's a little bit bigger. I think he's a little bit stronger, and I think he's going to get a hold of him and impose his will on the ground. But he swears he's going to stand up and bang with him and knock him out. So we'll see what game plan he actually employs once he gets in there. But both really skilled fighters. Hats off to Alexander for trying to be the double champ in 2 weight classes. That says a lot about him, his drive, his heart, his goals. It says a lot. Islam, he's fighting down a class, so I don't even know if I would do that. I'll be honest with you. If I was in whatever weight class I was in, and somebody below me wanted to fight me, it's almost like a lose situation. Almost. I mean, it's like if you win, it's like, of course you won. You're a bigger guy. You're next weight class up. You're stronger. Of course you won, right? So it's nobody's going to really give you a pat on the back for beating, even though you'd be beating a champion, you're beating a champion in a lower weight class. So, and then the downside is, well, if you lose to somebody in a lower weight class than you, well, that don't look good at all. It looks terrible on you. So there's no upside for me as far as Islam in this fight. There's a huge upside for legacy and you know, things of that nature in the fight for Alexander. And I think Alexander deserves it. He's ran through his respective division, and he's looking for a challenge. And nobody's been able to really challenge him, you know, on much of a level yet. So hats off to him. I'm hoping, I'm wanting Alexander to win, but I think Islam takes him out. I don't even think it's going to last 5 rounds. I'm going to say Islam in round 3 or round 4 by submission, and that's what I'm going with. I don't want that to happen, but I want to be wrong on that, but that's what I'm going with. So good luck to both guys. Hopefully at least it's a good fight, and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, leave in the comments below who you think is going to win, how they're going to win, what round they're going to win in, and if you think I'm wrong on anything or right on anything, leave a comment below and let me know what you think. All right, guys, American Trucker. Oh yeah, go if you want to. I usually do most of the, especially the main UFCs or the bigger ones, bigger fights. I'll do the John Jones ones coming up. That's going to be a little tough since he's been out for a while, but I'll still give you my opinion on it once I do a little more research on that. But if you want to see some of these in the future, I do a lot of truck. This is mostly a trucking channel, but I know some of the UFC channels that are videos that I've done have been pretty popular. So if you want to see more of the UFC or, of course, any trucking, hit the subscribe button below, hit the all bell notification, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, take it easy. American Trucker, I'm out.